Imagine pouring your heart and soul into something, only to feel like it's not good enough. Imagine believing so deeply in your dream, yet facing nothing but rejection, self-doubt, and frustration. What if you were just one step away from success, but you walked away too soon? This is the story of a man who almost gave up, a man who felt like a failure, a man who threw away his dream. But thanks to one moment, one person who believed in him, the world would come to know one of the greatest storytellers of all time. This is the story of Stephen King and the novel that almost never was. Before he became the master of horror, before his books sold over 350 million copies worldwide, Stephen King was just a struggling writer. He grew up in poverty, raised by a single mother, and from a young age he had a passion for storytelling. But passion doesn't pay the bills. He worked as a janitor, as a gas station attendant, and eventually as a high school teacher, barely making enough money to support his wife and kids. They lived in a trailer, surviving paycheck to paycheck, sometimes unable to afford basic necessities. And through it all, he kept writing. Every night, after long hours at work, he would sit down and type, pouring his dreams onto paper. But success didn't come easy. He faced rejection after rejection. Dozens of publishers turned him down. His short stories were constantly met with not interested letters. He kept every rejection slip, pinning them to a nail on the wall. Over time, there were so many that the nail couldn't hold them all. But still, he wrote. And then came Carrie. He had an idea for a novel about a lonely, bullied girl with telekinetic powers. But as he started writing, doubt crept in. He didn't think it was good enough. He thought the story was going nowhere. Frustrated and defeated, he crumpled up the pages and threw them in the trash. That could have been the end of it. But fate had other plans. His wife, Tabitha, saw the discarded pages in the garbage. She picked them up, read through them, and saw something Stephen couldn't. Potential. She didn't let him quit. She pulled the pages from the trash, put them back on his desk, and told him to keep going. She believed in the story when he didn't. And because of that belief, he kept writing. When he finished Carrie, he sent it out to publishers. And once again, the rejections came, one after another. But then, finally, a letter arrived that changed everything.